I'm happy to see him back and entering this. I gotta tell them up. Ready up when ready. Here we have, who is this actually? Is that, oh, it's Soul. He's very strong as well. He's been in a couple of our tourneys, kind of like the lighter. I found him at the same time. Took interest and have been following these ever since. So he's running strength with Demolisher Amulet, and he's got Spellbreaker, Discipline, and Strength. Okay, let me give him a minute. Let me see what Noobs is running over here. Let's see what he's doing. Let me just whisper him, see if he's... There we go. They've readied up. Thanks so much for watching again, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm 3 follows away from 100 or 4 follows away from 100. So if you like it, click that follow button, man. I'd appreciate it. Here we go. Stash Whiplash versus... I'm going to watch Stash for this first one, actually. Trying to put the Condi down on him if you can, and the Warrior doesn't have the greatest advantage against Condi. Let's see how Stash does. Pops the shield already right away to get mitigate a little bit of damage, and as well as being able to put something down. Soul not be able to put anything down yet. A little bit of damage. He's got the Mage Bane. Big Bull's charge gets him in the stun, but he's able to mitigate that. Sword's over, and he's running with as well Sword of Justice. I'm really curious to see how far he gets with this. Soul keeping the pressure up. He's able to put some damage. He's got the 4 stack of burns, which he can't really clear off him right now. Like I said, as the Warrior, those burns doing their damage is exactly what he wants to do. Stash has still got his renewed focus. Let me just change this camera angle so we can get a better look over here. Oof. And he's able to get the down. Stash was Whiplash on the burn core guard. Woo woo. He takes game 1. Stash so far away from the game. He even went to spectate. He's like, shit, how do I join the side? I forgot the escape menu. But he did a good job in his first match. The rust starting to trickle away from his body as we can see. Let's see if he has a little more flow into this match. We're going to watch actually Soul on this one. And now that he knows what Stash Whiplash is running, maybe he has a little better chance. Did he make any changes? I don't believe he made any changes. He's still confident in what he's running, so let's see what happens. Both competitors got to ready up when they're ready. There we go, Stash. You got it, my man. So here we go, game 2. A little bit more pressure on Soul. He's got to be able to put the damage down. Let's see if he comes out aggressive on this one or not. And like we saw last time in Stash, he was able to use a lot of his shields and blocks and blinds to put down the damage first, and then just kind of run away with mitigating a lot of what Soul had. So Soul's got to kind of try to get through that first before he can open up with his big damage. See, there's the shield. He's used his Whirlwind, which is big damage DPS. He didn't really want to use that on the shield, but it did explode it. He's able to get the 100 blades down on him with the big stun. Stash not quick enough to get away. Then he gets him even the Eviscerate. He gets him on top. Big damage by Soul. He's able to capitalize, keep the heavy pressure, exactly what he wanted to do, what he should have done from the start, keeping the heavy pressure on him, bursting and getting through. So I guess in retrospect, using the Whirlwind to get through his shield block, actually did 3 hits in 1 shot. So it kind of helped get through a lot of that. And as you can see, he was able to tear through it, get some damage, and get the win. So now we have our first 1-1 series of this tournament. We're still in the first session of our brackets. And once we get to the quarterfinals, the cream starts coming to the top, and we're going to start to get some really, really exciting matches. Although this one is still very good. And our next match after this is going to be Topher versus Farrington. Topher versus Farrington. I have 2 substitutes with me, so if any of these competitors don't show, we'll be able to quickly get our subs in and replace them. Especially considering I'm hoping it's in the first round, so this way it doesn't really make a difference. Here we go. Game 2. Pressure's on for both competitors. This is do or die. Stash Whiplash staying a little far this time, getting his sword out to put a little damage down onto Soul. Soul mitigating with the shield block. The shield's done now, so hopefully Stash knows that and he can put down some heavy damage. He's got him in the immob already, which was a really good combo for him, but he wasn't able to get anything, no pressure down. GM's, oof. GM's on the rampage. He's still got his, there he goes with the renewed focus, perfect timing, and he gets it down with the stacking burns. Look at that, 15, 16 stacks, 17 stacks of burns from Stash Whiplash. He moves forward onto into the next round. I'm happy to see him move forward. I'm not done seeing noobs yet. Hold on, guys, 1 second. And also in chat, if you guys have any suggestions on how we should separate the prize pool between first and second, I have 210 Mystic coins. Let me know in the Twitch chat how would you like it to be separated. Yeah, cracks me burn wars. Oh, we already started the match. Sorry for that, guys. My bad. We got Commander of Tyria versus Topher the Thief versus the Guardian. The Core Guardian on top of that. Another, we've got Sword. Is he burn as well? Yeah, he is. Double burn. We got 2 burn guards. This is the first time I've seen the burn core guards in my tournaments. No word of a lie. I swear to God, I've never seen them. And today we get a treat of 2 of them. They're in the relatively close to each other in the bracket, so they might actually face each other come the semifinals if they make it that far. Topher doing a really good job of keeping the pressure up, avoiding all the Condi and taking the damage down. Let's take a look at Commander of Tyria's build here. He's running Wizard Amulet with Rune of Balthazar, Sword Focus with Scepter, Sword with Torch, exactly similar to what. And he's got Dragon Hunter. Oof, sorry, he's not Core, he's Dragon Hunter with Zeal and Valor. Very interesting. I'd like to see these kind of builds. Anything new, and this is what 1v1 kind of brings out, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about the team fight, supporting someone, rotating, getting there quickly. It's just kind of selfish and play what you want to play, and this is what I like to see. Topher, let's see what he's running here. He's got Deadly Arts, Trickery with Shadow Arts. We got Adventure with Carry-On, Pistol Sword with the Short Bow. Pistol Dagger, excuse me. I'm going to watch Topher on this one. I don't believe I've seen Topher in any of my tournaments. Maybe one, but I don't remember the name in particular. So it's not interesting for me to see him. He did a really good job in his first showing. Let's see how he does in his second. I don't like this camera angle. There we go. He's got the shield up. He's trying to get that. He's got some Condis. They're ticking away on him. Topher is not able to clear them. Even the little Condis like that help. Commander's got to try to use the LOS for that pistol if he can. Standing there in the open really hurts him, so if you can try to bring the fight to the LOS so he can kind of mitigate some of that damage without bursting through his cooldowns. Topher doing a really good job of being sneaky and just kiting around, using the levels to his advantage. He's got him in the sword, in the spear, I mean. Ooh, nice. Using it really well, getting some damage down, a little bit of pressure on Topher, making him back out. Good job by Commander of Tyria using the levels now to kind of get away from him, reset a little bit. Porting right back down to him to put some pressure. Topher opening, unloading gets the shield up. Good job by Commander of Tyria. He's not able to keep the pressure down on Topher. Topher's just keeping a lot of damage up. Another bubble coming up with the shield. Trying to keep some Scepter autofocus, Scepter auto attacks down, just to try to keep the cleave up. He's at half health now, but Commander is looking really low. It's just one more shot and he's going to go down. Oof, doing a good job of getting his last heal, hiding behind LOS, trying to get away from Topher, but he's the thief. It's not going to be very difficult for him to close the gap, which he does really quickly. Oh, and he gets the big pull on him, but a little too late. That may have changed the tide if he had a little more time to put some damage down, but that was Topher who takes it. Our next match after this is actually going to be not. Oh, Mike versus Vans. This is going to be really tough, but I'm not going to be participate. Maybe I will participate. Yeah, let's do it. Mike versus Vans. So it's Topher that takes that one. I didn't really want to go against Vans, but unfortunately, this is how the bracket turned out. Oh boy. So this is what I'm running, guys. It's just a Marauder. I'm just messing around with Rune of the Eagle. I'm not sure if I like it. I got Zeal with Radiance and Valor. It's kind of like a little weird symbol build, but I just prefer it. I used to run Cirque a lot of the time, but after a while running Marauder, I kind of fell in love with it a bit, just having that extra health. You only start with 11k, and then with Marauder you get almost 18, so it's like half of your health added on top. So it was really nice. I liked it. I'm gonna try to shoutcast at the same time as play.
Mike, get him.
I'm gonna do.
Get up, Kevin. I got faith in you, brother. Just get it.
I'm gonna do my best, but I don't know.
I got faith in you, brother.
Here we go. I'm just waiting for Vance to ready up, and we'll start this match. The next match after this one is actually going to be Pokey versus Gunstrike, and Gunstrike is a really strong warrior as well. I'm excited. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate. Possibly Noobs, thank you so much. I'm 2 more follows away from 100. If anybody feels like hitting that button, man, hit that button. 2 more away. Thank you so much, Noobs. So here we go, game 1. I'm against Vance, the Mad Dog. I was just trying to kite a lot of his, mitigate a lot of his damage. I got the, he tried to get away, take off my Aegis, which he did. I wasn't able to get him in that stun. Fuck, I wasted my Binding Blade on the shield, which he reflected right on top of me. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. 1 more follow away, guys. I didn't get 100 follows. I would really appreciate that. Really new to this. It's a big milestone for me. Ooh, I shouldn't be talking so much while fighting Vance. Bad elite use on that. I'm in big trouble without elite. I have no more oh shit, so I gotta be really conservative here. He's putting a lot of pressure down on me. I'm not able to get anything on him. This doesn't look good for me, ladies and gentlemen. Oof, this looks really terrible for me. He's rampaging now. He knows I have nothing left. He knows I used my elite already. I have 1 dodge, maybe a blind, which I missed on both of them, and he killed me. That was really bad. Okay, I'm going to be quiet for the next one. I won't say a word in just full concentration mode. Let's see if it can make a difference. So you have to bear with me for the dead air for now, guys. I'm going into full concentration mode. And thanks so much for following, guys. I really, 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 really appreciate that. Oh, and I had a correction. 2 more followers to get to 100. So if any of you guys feel inclined to do so, click that follow button. I'll get to 100. It's a huge milestone for me. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Even either way, if you don't, just for coming and watching, thank you guys. Oh, here he is, the man, the god. Oh, and he's got a celestial outfit on too, full anime style. Yep, looking really good there, Vance. I like it. So here we go. I gotta be a lot more conservative, watch his moves, and not waste my elite so terribly. This is not a spot I want to be in. Maybe right around here. He's gonna throw his shield to try to get rid of my Aegis. He does a good job of that. I'm just trying to bait him a little bit. He's trying to get me to use a lot of my cooldowns. And once again, he baited me really well. I used terrible timing on my shield. Here's the rampage. Cool, I did a good job. Oh, he hits me right through the floor. That was cheesy. I combo my combo way too predictably, so he sees it right away. He knows I'm going to go to it. My muscle memory just goes right through my combo setting. as if he was a regular person in PvP, and it just doesn't work on this caliber of player. He's able to read it almost immediately, which he did really well. And there you go. I should have used my... Anyways, there you go, fans. He's moving on. You guys get to see this great performance once again, but this time you'll be able to see it from his view. So next up, Pokey versus Gunstrek. Vance moves forward. We have a couple guys that got buys in this match. It was actually Alex that got a buy and Tyke that got a buy, just because of the way the challenge.com bracket works. Now let's see if Arathorn is here. He might not be here. Pokies is here. Arathon might not be, so I have my 2 subs waiting on the side. Lawler is here. Stash Fans, Asper. Let's see if Lawler wants to go in here. He did initially sign up, so if I can get him back in to sign, he's watching. And it doesn't look like Gunstrek's in here. Ah, come on. Let me try one more time to convince him. And if he doesn't want to do it, I'll just get one of the 2 subs that I have. Ah, suppressed, damn it. No, he's not doing it. So give me a minute, guys. I'm just waiting for maybe he'll do it. Maybe he's gonna do it. I don't want to be suppressed. Damn it. I can't tap to him. Nice. I got my substitute in anyway, so I wasn't able, unfortunately, to convince Lauder to get in before the sub came in. So it's going to be Fangpone versus Dragon Foreskin. Epic name over there. Who is that? That's Pokeclaws. Really nice name, Pokeclaws. So let's take a look at what Pokeclaws. He's got the Hollow Smith. He's running with Sanctuary and Demo. Okay, he's got Hollow with Alchemy and Inventions. Interesting. And then we got Fangbone over here. Fangbone over here on Core Warrior. He's running Defense Discipline with Strength. He's running Strength with Demolisher Amulet. We're going to watch Fangbone on this one. This is Dab. He's been in a lot of my tourneys. He's in our guild as well. Really good competitor. Really great guy. Always joins them. Always willing to put in the extra body. He's our sub, actually. So it's great. Thank you so much for coming in, Dab, at such a short notice. Looks like Damage Foreskin. I'm just going to call him Dragon from now on. Trying to get some damage down. Missing on the Shockwave. Trying to get him in the Hollow Leap, but not getting it. Fangbone getting him in the Clutch CC. He uses Elixir X a little early in my... He wasn't in any grave danger, so it wasn't necessary. But still, he was able to get away and mitigate some of the damage. Gotta change this camera. Oof. Fangbone getting him in a big CC. Locking him down. Looks like Dragon Foreskin. Look, pops his Elixir U to get out of that. And he wasn't able to counter. He's supposed to put some big heavy pressure. Misses on the Shockwave again. He can't get any damage down on Fangbone. Mind you, he's in Rampage. He's running for his life at the moment. Fangbone trying to get some extra pressure. And even with Rampage, it actually allows the person to use a lot of his cooldown. So when you come out of Rampage, you have him pretty much set up on a platter. So that goes to Fangbone first. Fangbone takes game 1, guys. After this, we're going to be entering our quarterfinals. We have a lot of strong competitors in there, so I'm excited to see who goes. Our next match after this is going to be Tyke versus Bountiful. That one is really, I'm excited to see that one. That one's going to be good. Bountiful is a really strong Mesmer, and Tyke's a very strong warrior. The unsung hero in my eyes, but if you guys see him more and more in these 1v1 tourneys, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Just allowing these competitors to change whatever they need to. Alright, here we go. Dragon versus Fangbone. These kind of relate these names in a weird way, but we'll ignore that. That's just a side note. So we're going to watch Dragon over here for this one. See, Hard Light's not the greatest even for him in this situation. He's got a force to stay in the Hard Light arena, and that kind of, for a warrior, kind of gives him the advantage because he's right where you want him in the little pig pen over there. Fangbone doing a good job of being able to land a lot of his big moves. Oof, making quick work of Dragon Foreskin on that one, and it's hard because a lot of the warrior moves are obvious, so it's hard to land them. And Fangbone doing a very good job of doing so. Just rampaging on him one more time. Doesn't look like Dragon has much left in the tank, and that looks like it's game. So these matches are these are going to be a little better, and this is one of the ones that I was really looking forward to. This is Tycurin versus Bountiful. He was the used Whack Cup, another fantastic name. But he's going to be Whack. He's really good Mesmer. He got really far in our last tournament, almost winning it. I think he may have even won one. Let's take a look at what he's running here. Oh, yeah, we saw him already in the first round, so we're going to take a quick look at Tycurin before the match starts. He's running Demolisher with Strength, your regular core warrior, defense, discipline, and strength. I'm going to keep an eye on Tyke for this one. He's a very interesting guy to watch. He hides a lot of his moves really well, and he also likes to hide when you get a stun on him or you get a big pull on him. He kind of waits and prays inside that little stun. This way he's able to hide a lot of his animations because you think you're ready to do your DPS. Ooh, use Whack Cup, tries to get the big damage on Tyke. Tyke is able to get in the big CC, getting Whack to use a lot of his CC or his cooldowns to get away already. He's at 1%, he's got to be really careful, but Whack does a lot of damage. I wouldn't say this is in favor for Whack, but then again, he can use the double level to his advantage, and he does have really good burst. He's very proficient at Mesmer as well, so I wouldn't put it past him. But Tyke is also, like I said, a very strong warrior, unsung. Not many people know of him, but he is one of the better warriors that I have seen. Ooh, he's got a shield block just in the nick of time. He used it. He was very patient, especially considering when you're down this low in health with this type of Mesmer, it is like one shot and death. Once you get this low, it's almost like panic mode. But doing a very good job. I'm surprised these competitors have lasted this long considering the type of players that they are and the type of build that he's running. Tyke is getting really low, and Whack Cup is actually able to finish him down. Good job by Whack Cup, mitigating a lot of the damage, waiting for cooldowns, using the levels to his advantage. Really good play. We're going to watch a used Whack Cup for this round. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I do these 1v1 tourneys almost daily, and I also do 2v2s and 3v3s. If you look inside my videos, like I said, I'm new to streaming, so there's a bunch of videos just focused mainly on the highlights. The highlights is where the 1v1s are. Anything I deem kind of worthy to watch, that's where you want to look at it. Everything else is beware, at your own risk, you may be wasting a lot of your time. So here we go, going into game 2. Let's see if Tycurin can adjust. Let's see if he made any adjustments, actually. I don't see anything. Nope, he's still pretty confident in what he's running, and use Whack Cup. Here we go. Game has started. He's trying to go for the high ground right away. Tycurin coming to meet him right at the pass. Whirlwind doesn't connect. Trying to get the big damage on Tyke. He's got the shield up already really fast. I hate being under here. This angle is terrible. The Bull's charge, he's not able to connect. I think he may have, but he broke stun right through it. He's getting some big pressure on him. Tycurin standing right in front of it, but he's in stun locked and he's dazed. He can't do much. He kind of caught flat-footed. He's really low. Looks like the end for Tyke over here, unless he can get something really big off, but he can't, and it's dangerous over here. Whack can get up there easily. Tycurin's got to keep shifting, keep getting into the LOS. He's super low. After the shield block, it may be the end for Tycurin. Ooh, Bull's charge. He's trying to do some good mitigation, but no. Whack Cup can catch him. In the small arena, it was almost no chance for Tycurin. Use crap. Whack up moves forward. Next up, we have Lighter versus Noobs for Lunch. Thank you so much for watching, guys. By the way, I really appreciate it. I'm 2 follows away from getting to 100. That's the mark I want to get to. If any of you feel so inclined, hit that follow button. It really shows the appreciation and makes me feel good for all the hard work that I've done for putting in all the little tournaments for you guys. I hope you do enjoy them. I'm really new to shoutcasting. I'm not the greatest, but hopefully in time, with your help and a lot of following, I'll get much better. So Stash with Flash again. This is our firebrand, the guy that I said that hasn't been around in a while and has finally resurfaced. He's coming out of hiatus. I'm really happy to see him. He's a strong competitor. Thank you so much for that follow. You're the best, Wizard Wombat. Thank you so much, man. One more follow to 100. Thank you, Wombat. You're the best, bro. Woo woo. All right, here we go. So Stash with Flash, and later once again running with that warrior build. He's actually running Rune of the Holbrack, trying to, because he knows where that new. He saw him in the first round. The Stash with Flash is coming out with the Condi, so he's already got the Condi over here. This is going to be interesting. They're both strong competitors, but I think Lighter's got. He's a little more fluid right now because, as I mentioned, Stash has been a little bit. He's been in hiatus. He hasn't been playing much, so he's not as fluid. But this is going to be good. We're getting a little pre-trial over here in the little pit spawn. But here we go. This is anybody's match. This is the second game in our quarterfinals. And he's got that longbow to keep the distance and that pressure from the outside, but good wall of warding, or whatever you call it, from the firebrand coming from Stash with Flash. Big damage from both competitors. This is a really good fight, standing toe to toe. He's already using his renewed focus. The lighter's getting really low. Watching the Condis, he's got 15 stacks of burns. He's able to clean that really quick. He noticed it really fast. That would have been super dangerous. He's got, ooh, the big AoE from the longbow. Oh, good job by the lighter. That was really quick. Both of them had to be super attentive on what they were doing. The lighter keeping a good track of his burn stacks, and also on top of it, he waited till the burn stacks got to a high mount. He didn't clear them at 9 or 7. He waited a little bit, even though it was risky. He waited a little bit for the stack to get a little higher. So thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate that. Is that? Oh my God, could that potentially be? No, I think that might be 100 followers. Raceland7623, thank you so much for that, bro. Really appreciate it. And what I'm going to try to do is do a 3v3 tourney very soon for you guys for getting to 100 followers. And I was attempting to do a 5v5, but the logistics of 5v5 are very difficult. So I'm going to try to do another 3v3. I did one earlier, so I'm going to try to do a really big one. I'm going to try to get a bunch of donators so you guys can have some really crazy content to see. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. If anybody feels so inclined, hit that follow button. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I got scared for a minute there. I thought the match was already over and you guys didn't even get to see it, but they're just fighting in the pit. Thanks again, guys. Here we go, starting in game 2. Stash Whiplash. Let's see if he makes his comeback over here. That could have gone any way, so it definitely can go Stashes this time. If the lighter gets caught with a lot of stacks of burn, he doesn't have a cleanse for it, he could be in trouble. He got really lucky with his rampage at the end. He saved it really well. So let's watch Stash Whiplash for this one. Good job. Putting down the big bubble to mitigate anything from the longbow and getting a sword to put down the damage without taking anything himself. Again with the sword, again the bubble again. Good combo. Kind of biding his time and getting the better of the exchange on that one. You just see that? Okay, that's what I thought. The lighter not getting too antsy, not getting too squirrely, just kind of poking him at him from far. But good job from Stash Whiplash getting to burn a couple of his cooldowns, or at least his Condi cleanse. Oof, he's not in a good situation right here. He's eating a lot of damage. He's soaking it up. Stash trying to put some counter pressure. He's got a lot of burns up on him, but he's in rampage, and he's able to finish it. The lighter takes it. That was a really quick finish. We move on to our next match, which is Alex versus Topher. Alex is one of the contestants that got a bye through this. So we haven't seen him yet, so we're going to take a look at his build and see what he's running. Once again, guys, thank you so much for following along. I really appreciate these. I do these tourneys almost daily. Tomorrow might be a little difficult, but if you're on late at night, let's say around 11 p.m. Eastern time is when I'm probably going to be doing a tourney tomorrow. It's going to be smaller 1v1 just because it's so late and it's easier to get 1v1. But eventually throughout the week, I'm going to do another 2v2, and on the weekend, I'm going to do a large 3v3. So let's take a look at You Want a Banana Alex. He's running Rune of the Leadership with Marauder, and he's got Defense, Discipline, and Spellbreaker. And let's take a look at Topher. Now, like I mentioned, Topher was really new. I've never seen him in any of my tournaments. I think I'm on 1v1 tournament number 35. I haven't seen him in any of them. Maybe he's on a different account, but he had a really good performance in the first round. You got to watch out for this guy. I hope I see him in a lot more of my tournaments. Something really to look forward to. Really good thief play coming up, I think. In my opinion, you guys be the judge. Let's take a look at what he's running actually. Acrobatics, Deadly Arts, Trickery. My short-term memory is bad, so maybe I already did this, but I don't know. Carry On Amulet versus Rune of the Adventure. And we took a look at Alex already. Marauder with Leadership, and he's running Spellbreaker, Discipline, Defense. So let's take a look at Topher. No, we're going to take a look at You Want the Banana first. Alex is a great competitor. He's always been in my tournaments. Really helpful dude. If you guys ever need anything, hit him up. He's a really nice guy. Here we go. Topher versus Alex. Alex trying to get the whirlwind quickly on him, but Topher evading and getting it quickly. He knows that he can't engage too much with a warrior face to face. So you see him doing a lot of poking in and out, getting his shots in. As soon as the warrior gets close, he kind of runs away and he baits him really well. He knows that he's only got a certain range, so he waits till he gets there, and then there's the evade. He's kind of just staying away, doing a good job of kiting. But the advantage warrior has, he just needs one really good hit. Make him waste a couple cooldowns and get that big hit. He's got his shield. He's still got his rampage. He's not sitting too bad. As a warrior, anything can change quickly. There's the rampage really quick. Topher sees it right away, mitigating it, going right into the dagger storm, so he's perfectly fine. And he goes right into stealth. A lot of pew pew. As you can see, Topher's doing a great job doing his work as a thief. Going to be really difficult for Banana over here in this situation, especially with the levels where he's the advantage. He's got a lot of poison stacks on him. He's got 3. They finally cleared. The resistance did its job. Another 3 stacks quickly stacked on top of him. He clears them again, but doesn't look good for Alex right now. Oof, he's not able to get that with the Dagger Storm coming up. Topher doing an incredible job of mitigating a lot of this damage, and as I mentioned, a lot of the animations from the warrior are very obvious, so it's very difficult at high tier to play warrior. So if you're good, you have to be able to hide them really well. And Topher was able to see those on Alex, and he kind of gauge his moves really fluidly. That was impressive performance by both individuals, and it looks like Topher takes this one. We're going into game 2, guys. Good job, bud. Now we're going to watch Topher here. This is the guy I mentioned, like I said, that I've never seen, but his first showing was great, and his second showing here is turning out to be really good. He might be the underdog for this tournament, I think. But although we do have very strong competitors, if you take a look at the bracket, here, if you want, I'll quickly post the challengebracket.com inside the stream channel so you guys can take a look. So right there, the challenge.com, that's the bracket so you guys can follow along. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If there's anything that I'm doing wrong or anything that you didn't like, let me know. Just send me a whisper, suggestion box down at the bottom. Let me know if you did like it. Click that follow button. I'd really appreciate it. Here we go. Game 2. Topher versus You Want the Banana. Topher just opening up with some pistol, trying to get some Condi up, heavy damage. I'm going to change my angle just a bit so I can see this fight underneath. He's got the shield popped. Now that Topher knows the shield's open, he's got him in the complete open. He can have his way with him pretty easily. Using the levels again, he noticed Banana going right to the top level, came right up to meet him immediately, started poking him right from the face. Stealthing when he gets close, dodging when he gets close, just pew-pewing from far. Just keeping the pressure up constantly. As a warrior, because he has the signet where he's regenerating, he's always got to kind of keep the pressure up. If he doesn't keep the pressure on the poison, they might go in favor of the warrior. But he's doing a great job. As you can see, the poison's up, mitigating a lot of his healing. He's doing textbook thief play against a warrior right here. It's very good play, in my opinion, at least. Alex is almost kind of frustrated. He doesn't know what to do. In my opinion, he should kind of just try to stick around one of the pads over here, where he can LOS a lot whenever he needs to. Fight around there, wait for his burst, let Topher use a couple of his cooldowns, and try to catch him once or twice to make him say, "Hey, you know what? I'm here. Don't be. You're not able to just do whatever you want." Kind of scare him a bit, give him some pressure, because right now Topher doesn't seem too concerned. You got to give him something to worry about. Make him burst a little cooldowns. Make him use something in panic mode. But Topher seems very, very experienced. Dominating this easily. Dagger Storm. Looks like he's going to go into his favor. Using the Rampage. Trying to get anything he can. Some pressure down. But Topher's got a lot of cooldowns. Easily porting up and down. He's going to be really interesting to see in the semifinals. I think he's going to go. If nothing can stop him, I think he's going to go to the finals for sure. And as I mentioned again, guys, 210 Mystic Coins is for our prize pool. I want to split it between first and seconds. If anybody has any suggestion, let me know. 210 Mystic Coins. I'm at mail cap. I can't send any more gold, unfortunately, even though gold seems much more tantalizing. Alright, that's game. Topher takes it. Next up, we're going to be having Vans versus Fangbone. That's who we're going to be having. Oh, then if Vans moves forward after Fangbone, or whoever is winning between Vans and Fangbone is actually fighting Topher. And once again, I got to give a shout out to Tycoon. I know you guys can't see the map chat, but he's the one announcing the next matches. And usually it's me who's doing that, so the air is a little dead during between matches because I have to type it out. But he's the one helping me out. Shout out to you, Tycoon. Thank you so much for helping me out, dog. I really, 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 really appreciate it, man. Little things like that really take all the little stress off me, and it really helps in the end. So here we go, Fangbone versus Vans. We get to actually take a look at Vans. We don't get to watch him beating my ass this time. So here we go, Spellbreaker, Discipline, and Defense. He's running with, actually, Ruin of Elisa for the condition duration. And the Demolisher. Fangbone over here is running with Demolisher, Strength, and he's running his Core Warrior, Discipline, Strength, and a Defense. Sweet, thank you so much for that fucking follow, man. Woot woot, Jasher TV, thank you so much. I'm officially past 100 followers, guys. I'm my first week into streaming. I couldn't have done this without you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for coming and watching. I know I'm really newbie at streaming this stuff, but you're bearing with me. You're gritting your teeth and like, I don't know what he's saying, but he's doing an okay job. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Fuck yeah, thank you so much. Here we go, Vans versus Fangbone. Warrior versus Warrior on this one. Spellbreaker versus Core. Then Stowing Weapon, waiting patiently. He knows what Warrior's all about, so I'm sure he can read him before even Fangbone knows what he's going to do. He actually caught him in the Bull's Charge there, surprisingly, but he's able to break the stun, open up with the Arcing Slice. Big Arcing Slice on him. He rampages because he's got no choice at this moment. He's got to keep some sort of counter pressure while he's really low and mitigate some of his damage. Van's doing a good job of just avoiding all of that from the rampage. As you can see, he's a really strong warrior, and it's a pleasure to have him here. Thank you so much, Vans, for participating in this one. Really appreciate it, man. And here we go. We get to see more of his play, putting some more pressure on Fangbone. Fangbone actually be able to connect on one of his big stuns, but Vance got a lot of cooldowns ready, so he was able to break it. He still has his Enduring Pain, and I think he's just popping his Rampage just to try to get this over. Getting the big stomp on Fangbone. Fangbone mitigating that, breaking stun, trying to get the Bull's Charge back. Ooh, good job by Fangbone mitigating it, getting away, getting a big heal up. Whirlwind to create a little more distance, but Vance clearing the gap really quickly, coming in with his own rush, opening up with the Arcing Slice, and he's got him in the Mage Bane as well. Is he going to use the Mage Bane? Looks like he's trying to, but Fangbone doing a good job of staying close so he doesn't get in the pull, which is a big opener for most warriors, is that Mage Bane. So if you can try to kite towards them while they're running away, not only can you mitigate damage while they're trying to create the distance, but you can also avoid that big opening pull. He's got him in the Mage Bane again. See if he can take advantage of it, which he's trying to do. He gets him in the pull, but he's not able to put down any pressure after it. The arcing slice kind of could just tap some. Fangbone doing a lot better now. He's starting to get into his groove. He's starting to get comfortable. Maybe it was just a little bit of the jitters at the beginning. Oh, he get caught in the bull's charge and the big... No bull's charge. Sorry, that's just the rush. I'm confusing rush with bull's charge. They're slightly the same animations, but not exactly. I should have noticed it in the utilities. This is once again me being a newish streamer, guys. Sorry about that. And you're getting the big stun. They're just countering each other, one right back to the other. That's the thing with warrior fights. It's a lot of sustain, and it's just who can bait who out of using their cooldowns and then catch them in the stuns with the big damage after. Now, Vance, I'm not sure if you knew that this is a good position right now for Fangbone. Banks is really low. Rampage has been used. Ooh, he gets the big hit on him. This is where we finally see the map mechanic. Vance getting really low, getting the interrupt. This can still go to Fangbone right here. This is getting really close. He's literally at 5% or 10%, 7%. They're both really low. This can go any way. They still also, now it comes down to positioning. It all comes down to positioning. Oh, no, looks like Vance takes this one, but that was the map mechanic if you guys haven't seen it before. After 2 minutes, there is no healing, and as well, there's AoE damage that comes from the outside and the center, and if the match lasts even longer, eventually it consumes the entire surface of the map. So when it gets to that point, even dying where you die makes a huge difference. If you die closer to the ramp, closer to the AoE where it's going to hit you first, you're obviously going to die in downstate. So there's a lot that goes into play with the map mechanic. This one I think is going to go into map mechanic again, although we haven't seen it, so maybe it made both competitors realize, you know what, this is going to go map mechanic, maybe I should start to kind of adjust my strategy for that. And I think that would be a good suggestion for Fangbone because it looked like he did a good job. Although I don't know if he's going to catch Vance by surprise again because I don't think he was thinking that there was a map mechanic coming. He think it was just a regular duel. But now that he knows, so maybe he doesn't have that element of surprise. Either way, Fangbone, you did an incredible job. That was a really good fight. That could have gone either way. Now it's 1-0. The pressure's on. I think Vance is going to take him a little more seriously now that that's happened. Now let's see what happens here. We're gonna take a look at Fangbone this time. No Jasher TV. Anya didn't join this one. Like I said, I try to do these tourneys every day. So much so that I saturate it a lot that they don't want to join them all the time. So this way when I post the tourneys, you see a lot of new faces. You don't always see Anya or Naru or these guys winning all the time. But it's also, I like to do the 3v3s and the 2v2s, which also drags them in. So when they see a 3v3, a 2v2, they want to compete. So obviously you're going to get the dominant players at the top, but obviously the Twitch streamers, you guys, get to see some top tier matches. So that's why I try to saturate it and do them every day. And here we go, Fangbone trying to get some damage down on Vance. They got a good exchange on both sides here. They're both coming out with topped up pretty much. Whirlwind, he's trying to catch him in the stun. It's a lot of just cutting each other and baiting each other out. He's got him in the Mage Bane. He rampages early because he sees his moment of opportunity with the Mage Bane. That was a good job on Vance. He saw the Mage Bane. He was going to use it, rampage right after, get him with the rock throw, and try to combo him down when he was at 3/4 health. Unfortunately, it didn't work for him. Fangbone had a couple more cooldowns left in his little pocket, but he's getting some good pressure now. Vance trying to keep up the pressure on him right now. He's trying to make this no contest. Fangbone doing a good job of mitigating, catching him in the stun right there. He's got the bull's charge. Vance seeing it, moving it, got him in the Mage Bane. This is a perfect opportunity. Gets him in the big pull. He wasn't able to can't finish him off with, because that would have been the finish with the Whirlwind. That's pretty much the combo you want to do. Mage Bane into a Whirlwind, and then you can open up with a stun and then a 100 blades, whichever you prefer. Fangbone doing a really good job right now of mitigating, trying to stay alive against this. For Vance, like I said, he started taking him seriously now. He said, no fucking around. Baby gloves are off. Let's do this thing for real. And here he comes hard. Fangbone still doing a good job, though, keeping up the pressure. There's 10 seconds left. As I said, map mechanic is involved, so he does have a chance to still get some damage down after the map mechanic because there's no healing. If he can mitigate this, get away for a little bit, get his heal, which is coming up really soon. There it is. There's his heal. He's still got rampage, which he saved perfectly for the... Oh, my goodness. Good timing by Fangbone. He was able to reflect that. Vance saving the shield for that rampage. That was a good, perfect reflect on that. If he can kind of kite him into the... Oof. Fangbone couldn't have done that any better, man. Vance just mitigated a lot of it. Did a little good job of getting away from him, getting the counter, having the shield ready. And having the shield ready was just a little lack of pressure from Fangbone before the Rampage. If he had a little more pressure on him, he maybe have used the shield a little earlier, and then Rampage would have been a little more successful when he came down with it. Alright guys, that was Vans that moves forward. So now we're going to have Bountiful versus Lighter. This is going to be a really good match. Both competitors were really strong. And Bountiful actually took out Tyke, which is impressive to say nonetheless. Or to say the least. Excuse me. Okay guys, give me 1 minute. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry guys, sorry. Give me a minute. I hope we're not missing anything. I'm going right back in. Nice, we didn't miss anything, so we get to see use Whack Cup, which is really impressive. He was a really strong mesmer. He's, like I said, he's been actually joining a couple of mine. He's another guy like Lighter, exactly in the same situation. They've joined around the same time together, and they're both really strong. I know this person from somewhere. I know he's just really strong. Really strong. You guys may know him. You'll be like slapping your head. This guy's an idiot. He doesn't know who Bountiful Mayhem is. But I only know him from the tournaments when he started joining, and I know that he's really strong. And same with Lighter. They're both always join them. Great participants. No BM. Really solid dudes. Even when they lose, they're great competitors. And yeah, really good all around. Thanks, guys. Here we go. Use Whack Cup versus Lighter. This is going to be an interesting fight. These are the semifinals right now. Use Whack Cup trying to get away. He's porting really good, getting some heavy damage up onto to Lighter. This is going to be hard for Lighter because he is the core warrior. There's a lot of big space. He's got to try to use the ramp to the best of his ability. Use that LOS. Try to stay away from the heavy damage. And he's got to try to read him when he's in Greatsword. He's got to know when he's in Greatsword. He's got to know when that burst is coming. Have a dodge ready. Anything available for him. He's already taking a lot of damage, but he is a warrior. He's got a lot of sustain. He can easily come just mitigate a little bit of the damage and regain some of his health. There's no real danger from poison or anything of that sort to try to stop that from ticking up faster. But so far so good. They're both kind of resetting each other. Use Whack Cup's got a lot of his cooldowns. Let's take a look at the Lighter. He's got a lot of his cooldowns, and he does have a Rampage, which he's using right now. He's got 3/4 health, which is probably a good move. 3/4 health to move in on a Rampage. Use Whack Cup, use a lot of his cooldowns. Smart move in his idea, but use Whack Cup using his stealth, mitigating a lot of it, kind of wasting the Lighter. But this is top tier damage, top tier PvP, sorry guys. So they are always ready with an oh shit button. They always got something. They know never to pop everything too early and too quickly because you never know what the other competitor has, considering they never fought each other. They were able to watch them in previous matches, but I guess that plays a little bit into it, so they're kind of ready. He's always got something in his pocket. Now they kind of reset again. The Lighter doesn't have his Rampage. I don't know if he'll be able to get it in time for the time limit, but it might go into time limit. And use Whack Cup, I'm really impressed because he does run a Zerker amulet. As you can see here, he always lasts at least a minute into his tournaments, considering he's so glassy. And I think this is going to go in favor of the Lighter if it hits the timer, because Whack Cup just doesn't have the amount of sustain that the Lighter has. And he's a good competitor. He's probably knowing this, so he's just trying to wait, bide his time, and not take too much damage before the timer, because not too bad. This is where it all comes down to. Ooh, the Lighter not understanding there's the map mechanic. I think he's standing in the AoE. He didn't take too much damage, but Whack Cup trying to keep up the pressure. The dynamic of the duel changes entirely. Use Whack Cup looks a little confused. I'm not sure he knows what's happening. But he's able to get the pressure still, nonetheless, down on Whack Cup. Ooh, but Whack Cup takes the finish. Let me just inform my Lighter. Let's see if he knows. That was a good match. The Lighter doing a good job. He didn't take full advantage of the map mechanic as I expected he would. Especially considering that Use Whack Cup has a lot less terrain to move around in. He's got these little spots to go in where Use Whack Cup can kind of almost auto cleave and hit him no matter where he is. But we'll see if he made any changes. Let's take another look at Use Whack. He didn't make any changes. He's got the Condi for the whole Brack still. I'm going to take another look at Use Whack. He's running Chaos, Inspiration, and Dueling. And he's got Rune of Scholar with Berserker Amulet. This is going to be a good match. And our next match after this is Topher versus Vans. And he's a guy who, and I'll explain that when we get to it, but it's going to be a good match. Use Whack Cup, opening up on Lighter already. Lighter trying to get away a bit, mitigating a lot of his damage. And this is really fun to see because, like I said, these guys both started joining my tourneys maybe 4 or 5 tourneys ago, and they've both been really dominant. And this is the first time I get to see them face each other. And like I expected, a really good toe-to-toe battle of the Titans here. I'm really excited to see this fight. Wow, really happy. I'm going to see who's the king right now. Big pushback by Wu Yu's Whack Cup onto Lighter. Mitigating a lot of the damage, doing a really good job. I think he's kind of trying to get. I think he's starting to get the flow of his play style and his combos. So he's mitigating a lot of it, seeing it when it's coming, getting ready for the big burst. I was surprised he got hit in that 100 blades, and good job by the Lighter. That top tier damage. He knew he wasn't going to get the full amount of 100 blades off, so he just kind of switched immediately right into short bow. As soon as he got a couple hits with the 100 blades, switched right into short bow to get the quickness and pew pew. He's doing a really good job right now. Use Whack Cup mitigating it, trying to run away, but in the same process using a lot of cooldowns, so Lighter might have a little easier time trying to lock him down and get some damage. He's going through a lot. He already used his big great sword stun and his pushback. But Topher, the Lighter doesn't know this, so he's kind of being cautious because he has to. He has to give Whack Cup a lot of respect. He does a lot of damage very quickly. Even though he's squishy, and once again, he's running Berserk Amulet, we're going to the time limit. He knows how to kite, he knows how to bait. He's really, really, really strong Mesmer. Again, we're getting into the map mechanic. This is where both players got to make sure that they use their heal before the timer comes up. Not try to take too much damage before it because there's no healing. Good push by the Lighter, and I think we're going to see that come into play near the end of the match if it goes to map mechanic, which it has. The Lighter is at 75%, which is kind of low. Whack Cup has the advantage here. He's already rampaged, and he's falling again back into the AoE damage. Maybe he doesn't see it. Sometimes there is a glitch where you can't see that AoE damage, and he's fallen into it again. And that's it. Use Whack Cup takes it. Unfortunate for the Lighter in that situation. Use Whack Cup moves forward. And now we have another match that I'm really looking forward to. Topher versus Vans. This one is going to be good. This is the first time that Topher's been in a couple of my tourneys way back in the day. So, but he's still going to be interesting to see because of the amount of improvement that he's made. If you think he can't improve it anymore, Jesus, he's improved even more. And then Topher, I haven't seen him. Maybe you guys do know of him, but I don't know him. This is the first time he's been in any of my tournaments. His first round match was a really stellar performance. His second match in the quarterfinals was an incredible performance. Did his job magnificently, playing Thief very, very well. And now we're gonna test his grit. Now we're gonna see what he's fucking made of over here because Vans ain't no slouch. This is top tier class. Now let's see if he can still keep up with that pace and that style and that impressiveness that he held from the first and quarterfinals over here. He's running acrobatics, deadly arts, trickery with shadow arts, and he's running with the Rune of Adventure and the Carrion Amulet. And let's take a look at Vans over here really quick. He's running defense, discipline, and spellbreaker. He's also got leadership with the Marauder Amulet. Also, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, 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 really appreciate it. If you like what you see, just click that follow button. I do these almost every day, and you clicking follow really shows that appreciation, makes me feel that you guys really like it and you're watching. So just click it if you can. If not, thank you so much for that follow, bro. I really, really, really thank you for that. Adrian, that's how you say it. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you so much, man. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. Here we go. Vans versus... Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Dane Ruid. Thank you so much for the follow, man. That really... Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot to me when you guys follow. Thank you. Vans versus Topher. Hope you guys get to see this really good fight. As you can see, Topher doing a great job. Thanks again. Fuck yeah. Hex is this. You're the best, man. Thank you guys for the follow. You guys are fucking great. I'm doing another one tomorrow, so come with me and you get to follow and you get to see when I'm doing them. Thank you so much. Thanks again for the follow. Fuck yeah. Chris Pera. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Chris Pera. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm new to streaming. If you see anything that you don't like, or if I'm shoutcasting bad, let me know. I'm very new to this, guys. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Thanks again for the follow. Thank you, Zamax, for the follow. I'm going to try to focus on this. I can't thank anybody anymore, but thank you so much for the follows, guys. You guys are fucking awesome. Looks like it's going to be toe-to-toe right here. This is definitely, thanks again for the fucking follow. I can't help but thank you, guys. Thank you, Glack23 Rockers. Thank you. Topher and Vans, I think this is going to go to the full-time limit for sure. None of them seem to be going down in health too fast, so I'm just going to say thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys for all the follows. You guys are fucking awesome, man. Thank you. It shows a lot of appreciation. It really, really, I can't thank you guys enough, man. Fucking thank you. I do these often. I put a lot of hard work into them. I get a lot of harassment because I spam a lot in map chat and everywhere else, but I really appreciate you guys bearing with me and just going through it. And this is what we get to see. Vans versus Topher, a really top notch. We got 10 seconds going into the tap. Map mechanic. Topher not sitting too good. He doesn't have his heal, and I don't even know if he's going to be able to use it before the map mechanic's going to be really fucking close. He's got to use it. He doesn't use it. He does use it. He gets it just in time. Van gets a big stun off on him. He's got his shield up. Topher's got to be careful. This is where it comes into Van's big opportunity because Topher doesn't have as much ground to play with. He's kind of stuck. He's got the Dagger Storm. He's got nothing else left in his tank. Looks like Van's going to take this one. Topher trying to use any bit of ground he can to get away and just try to put some damage up. He's got to get some condies, anything like poison. Try to keep the poison down, to keep the regen down so he can keep the damage up. He's got 5 stacks on him. Oh, fuck. He fell into the AoE damage. That's really unfortunate. He had 5 stacks of poison. That could have wasted a couple cooldowns. Come back up, put a couple more poisons down on him. That could have gone anyway. But I think for this round, I think Topher's going to be a little more careful. He's going to watch. He's going to know that it's going to go to map mechanic. He's going to be hopefully a little more prepared, that he knows map mechanic is coming. Let me make sure that I've got my cooldowns. Let me make sure I've used my heal. Make sure I'm topped up. You know, I don't have as much terrain. Maybe I'll change a utility because I know it's going to go to his cooldown. It's going to go to timer. So maybe I'll just use a utility or something of that nature to help me give me the extra, the little advantage when it comes to map mechanic. Because he's not going to get Vans down, I don't think, during the 2 minutes. But here we go again. I'm not sure who I watched, was it Vans or Topher. I was just thanking you guys for those fucking follows. Thanks again, guys. Holy moly, that was incredible. Follow train. Yeah, guys, you're the best. So Topher versus Vans. Here we go. We're going to be watching Vans for this one. Actually, Topher doing a good job. He's just trying to kite him. It's really hard. As you can see, Alex, who fought him before, you know, it's hard for Vans. It's definitely going to be hard for Alex. It's hard to get any damage on him when he's got the area, when he's got all this mobility and all this space. It's almost impossible to catch him. He's really quick on the Dagger Storm as well, seeing that he was running out of cooldowns a bit, so he just used the Dagger Storm to mitigate. Van's already popping the cooldown. Topher quickly getting away, kind of just standing there knowing, you know what, I can port up and down, you can't catch me, and he just easily mitigates all of that rampage. But I guess Vans tried to get him to use a little bit of his cooldowns to try to get a couple stuns down. Ooh, he was successful right there in doing so, kind of putting the pressure. Topher doesn't have much left now. It's getting a little more scary. He's got to port up. He's got to create big distance now. There he goes. That's exactly what he was looking for, the port up. Create some distance, wait for some cooldowns, and now he's sitting a little better. But he's got 1 minute left into the map mechanic. He can't get too cocky. He can't get too complacent. He's got to make sure that he's saving his cooldowns. He can't start using them willy-nilly out of nowhere. Vans knows this. He's very patient, just constantly just kind of cutting around, trying to keep the pressure up. He knows it's going to go to the map mechanic for sure. And this one is definitely going to go. Topher, maybe not to the map mechanic. Topher getting some big damage. He's getting complacent, I think. He's getting a little lazy. Maybe he doesn't think he can win. I hope he does think he can win because he's been very dominant. He's got the ability. He's just got to be patient, and he's got to be smart with his plays. He's getting really low to the cooldown. Let's see if he's got any cooldowns. He's got his heal. He's at 14k. He's 20 seconds left. He can't take any more damage right now, although his cooldown's going to come up, so maybe that was a smart play on his behalf. I hate this camera angle. Here we go. Vans versus Topher. Sorry, guys. Oof, it doesn't look good for Topher. He's got to use his heal right now. Getting really low. He's at half health. There's only 1 second. He's standing in the middle of the AoE. He's got to get out of there. This doesn't look good for Topher. Oof, he's taking a lot of pressure. He can't get any heals right now. He can't do anything. I think he knows it's over. It's going to be really hard for him to get away with this. Oh, if you can kind of get... No, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's unfortunate. I think he lost his gusto after the first match. It kind of took the wind out of him. But that's Vans that moves into our finals. So we got the finals right now. It's Bountiful versus Vans. This is going to be a best of 5 series. Best of 5. Let me just tell the competitors. Best of 5 series. And 1 second, guys. I just got to shamelessly promote in the map chat. I won't miss the match, I promise you. I'm just shamelessly promoting in map chat like you see me do all the time. That's me. This is the guy that's doing that. That asshole that you probably blocked. I said, this guy is constantly harassing me. Yeah, that's me. Sorry, guys, but this is what I'm creating for you. I'm trying to get a lot of content, trying to get a lot of 1v1s, trying to get people to work together. You know, these 2v2s, I'm trying to make that good community. That's why when you do come into these, try not to BM, try not to belittle anybody, try not to put anybody down. Because I've got a handful of people that have come back to me and they've said, you know what, man, I want to come to your tourneys, but I feel like I always get made fun of, or someone says something to me, and it really, you know, it irks me a bit. I want anybody to be able to join, to join. So just try to keep the BM down, and if you got any constructive criticism, please send that my way or send that to whoever you're watching. They'd greatly appreciate that. And if they don't take it as constructive and you're being constructive, well, that's their problem. Just try to keep the BM down. I want all these tourneys to be great. Anybody can enter at any time. So here we go. We're just waiting for Vans now and Bountiful. I shamelessly promoted in map chat. Used WAG. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good. I'm sure Vans was watching what Used WAG Cup was running. He's still got his condition. He does. I'm not sure. He might change it. But if he's comfortable running that, that's what he is. He's a proficient warrior. I would not question anything that he does. He's a much better player than than I am, hands down. Chaos versus Inspiration and Dueling, and he's still running with Zerker versus Rune of the Scholar. I guess the Zerker is a good call against Vans just so he can get that extra damage, because if you don't get enough, you just don't have enough pressure. And I think with the Berserky and his kite ability, he's going to be able to do some heavy pressure and get that good combo down. And like I said, the animations for Warrior are very obvious, and against a high tier player, it's hard to get them. But Vans is a high tier warrior, so maybe you can hide them really well. But here we go, and it starts best of 5 series. Let me just tell them once again so they don't get all worried at the end. Vans versus Bountiful Mayhem. Both competitors I've seen before, but more recently so. Bountiful has been in the last 5 or 6 of mine. He's had stellar performances. I think he's won maybe one of them, and he's looking to get another one here. He's in the finals against Vans, a very, very tough competitor, and Dan's putting up a good fight so far. They're trading blows a lot. It was a little bit of a late rampage. You should have waited until he got a little closer. It was obvious, and Whack was able to stealth and mitigate a lot of it very, very, very quickly. But Van's able to keep up, mitigating a lot of the greatsword burst. He's doing a good job of ending his own burst, keeping the pressure, keeping Whack Cup honest, making sure that he's not able to just run around and do whatever he wants, making him honest, making him maybe even pop a couple cooldowns here and there, preemptively. Oof, big stun by Whack. Van's trying to get the stun back on him. Oof, another big dodge. He's another, oh my goodness, it's hard to even comment this. There's so much going on right now, guys, but I hope you're enjoying this high tier level of PvP right here. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. That was Goran123, Goran, my boy Goran. I really like Goran. I do a lot of unranked with him. You'll hear him sometimes on my stream late at night. He's the funny one. But Vans versus Whack Cup, guys. Here we go. It looks like he's going to go into the timer. Whack Cup is really good at mitigating. He's one. I love Zerker Amulet, and I really love watching him play because he runs Zerker. He's my man. I'm always rooting for him in most of the tourneys. Doing a good job. Vance has got to try to just stay away from any damage right now. There's 8 seconds coming down onto the clock. He's getting really low. 5 seconds. Thank you so much for the follow, Biscuit 9. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That shows the appreciation, and you guys like that I'm putting these on. I really, really appreciate that, guys. Oof, big burst by Whack at the end of it when there's no timer. He can't heal. He's trying to keep the pressure up big on Vance. He's got the shield up. He knows the shield's already been wasted. Big stun from Vance, though, and the arcing slice to finish him. Oh my god. That was huge. Good show right to the end. That's a 1-0 series right now for Vans and our best of 5. This is the finals of our 1v1 over here, guys. So Vans versus Bountiful Whack Cup. Oh no, Whack Cup is his game name. I hate saying that on stream. And his real name in there is Bountiful Mayhem. You guys may know him, but I only know him from the tourneys. He started joining them maybe like 5, 6 tourneys ago, and he's been just coming back and coming back and coming back. And he's been always getting closer and closer and closer. I think he's won one of them. This is the second or third time that he's in the finals, and I hope he wins this one. I'm rooting for him. But Vans, again, I've seen him in the tourneys a long time ago. He's finally come back to them. I guess it was just out of the whim. He had some extra time. He's like, fuck it, you know what? I'm going to come in and just show him some good warrior play. Here you go. And thank you so much, Vance, for participating, man. The guys get to see you show off some of your skills, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here we go now. Whack Cup versus Vance. Vance trying to, it's really careful over here. He's choosing to stay on the high ground over here. Where it's kind of like a double-edged sword. He is in the open where he doesn't have anything to LOS, but he does have the ability to keep him kind of reined in. He doesn't have him running around everywhere, and he doesn't have to chase him and take a lot of the extra damage while he's running to him. So it kind of keeps him close. So it's like I said, double-edged sword, but we'll see how it turns out for him in the end. It did really, really, really tough. That was a beautiful arcing slice at the last minute there, Vance. Oh, man. The shield up. He doesn't seem too concerned. He's still got a couple cooldowns. We use Whack Cup, taking a lot of damage. Yeah, more casually. This is probably going to go to the timer again. Use Whack Cup is very good at kiting. He's tricky as well. Using the ramps very well, porting right back up, baiting Vans down, trying to get some extra damage while he's on the run. That's what he was. That's what he's really trying to do. Trying to get some distance and then do the damage on the run. And here he goes with the rampage. Whew, that was really close with the rock throw. Used Whack Cup. That had like a hair left before he that could have been the game for him. Good job on Whack Cup. Here we go with Vance. He's trying to whirlwind anywhere because he knows he's in this little pen and he's trying to hit him. But good job by Whack by standing out actually on the little ramp and just pew-pewing from a distance. That, I think, is going to come into play near the end if he can land that and push him into the AoE. If so, that would be crucial. Big damage again coming from Vance. Whack Cup not having much of a choice but to fight him up here because he can't get any damage anywhere else. And I think Van's exploiting this. This is a really good tactic. I don't think I've ever seen that tactic used so far in this arena. That's really smart. Good job by Vance. Whack Cup trying to... Ooh, now the AoE. I didn't even notice the timer. Whack Cup standing inside the AoE. Get out of there, Whack. And he gets out and he ports back up. He's getting really low. That was a bad turn of events for Whack. It looks like it's not going to be good. Oof. And he gets caught in the AoE. People have to start realizing he's been a competitor in these a long time. He knows that the map mechanic is involved. It was just very unfortunate, a bad port spot, I'm assuming. But oof, it took a lot of its damage. Each one of those ticks can take anywhere from like 5 to 7k tick per second that you're standing down there. So it is a definite no-no. Let me just tell these guys that it's a 2-0 series. I'm going to take this guy as well. Thank you so much for following, guys, and thank you so much for watching. We're in the finals. This is 2-0 series. It's Bountiful Mayhem versus Vans. And I don't double monitor as well, so I can't see the chat all the time. I come back once in a while when I can, but I'm getting a lot of whispers and a lot of things at the same time. But here we go. Game 3. Use Whack Cup's got to come out with something. He's got to change his strategy a little bit. He's got to figure out Vans' rotations. He's got to figure out his play style or his rhythm. He's got to figure something out. If he can't figure that out, he's going to be in big trouble. It's going to just continue the way it's already gone. And it looks like he's doing a good job of kiting, and looks like Vans is actually coming out to him. So maybe he was able to kite him or make him, you know, maybe Vans has lost a little bit of his I guess he's not as scared of him anymore, so he's now coming out into the open field, fighting him willy-nilly, not too worried. And this is where Whack Cup can actually get the advantage, as you can see right now. He's got a lot of open play, he can do whatever he wants, he can move and mitigate a lot of the damage, and Vance got all the way down to about 0.5%, but now he's coming in strong. He's just going balls to the walls. He's got 2 wins in his pocket. I don't think he's too nervous. He's kind of just trying to show off a little bit of his play. And you know what? If he's trying to do that, let's watch him and see what he can do. He's a really strong warrior, one of the best that I know, in my opinion, and we get to watch him here today. Looking in a good position right now for Whack. Vance really low, 20%. Wax got to take advantage of this right now because once Vans is low, he's low. You know what I mean? But you give him too much time, he's going to go right back up, and you got to do all that work right over again. You got to keep the pressure up. You got to keep some sort of poison up, anything you can, because he's already at almost three-quarter health from one quarter back to three-quarter. The pressure is important. It's a lot of work to get this guy down, and we used Quack Cup should have jumped on it when he had the opportunity, or maybe he just used through all his cooldowns to get him there, and he had nothing left in the tank. We got 15 seconds left to the map mechanic. This is going to be huge for Whack. He's got to make sure that he's got cooldowns ready. He's got a couple. He's got his heal there. He should use it right now while he has the chance. There's 5 seconds left. Whatever you have as a heal, you should use it right away. Vans is really low. He's at 65%. The map mechanic is gun. This is in huge favor right now for Whack. If he plays this right, he can definitely take his first win in this series. He's got big damage already. He's at 39%. He's still sitting really, really well. A lot of cooldowns. He's still got his stealth. Vans doesn't know what to do right now. He's getting a little bit of pressure. Doing a great job by Whack Cup, but he's got to watch out for that stun. One big hit, and he's going to go really low, 20%. He can do this. Yes, he gets his first match in this series, 2-1 series. I think we're starting to get a little bit momentum, but mind you, again, at the same time, Vance got a lot, very, very aggressive. He didn't stay conservative. He didn't stay at the top, and you can see he paid the penalty for going out a little more hardcore. But then again, at the same time, in the same notion, they went into the map mechanic again for the third round. So once you get to the map mechanic, it's almost like a brand new duel, but there's no healing, and they were both topped up, and Whack came out of that. So I don't know what to say about that. But here we go with 2-1 series. Hopefully Whack can get this one. I'm rooting for my boy Whack, although I love you, Vans, and I thank you again for joining the tourney. I'm rooting for my boy Whack. Come on, Whack. Thanks again for watching, guys. Let me take that time to say that. I really fucking appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. If you look inside my videos, like I said, I'm new to this. There's a whole shitload of videos. I don't know what to do with all them all. They're eventually going to delete, so don't look at them, or buyer or whoever's looking at them, beware. The only thing that has some value is the highlights. So if you want to see the videos, look at the highlights. Those are the things I think that are deemed worthy or are worth your time in some way or another. So only look at the highlights. If you want to look at anything else, beware. You might be wasting your time. Here we go. Whack Cup already up on Vans, getting a nice knockback, creating some distance. I don't know why Whack is choosing to stay to fight up there. He probably should just get down and be able to use the port spot so he can go up and down whenever he so chooses. There you go. He's trying to start a unit now, getting down. This way he has a little more terrain, a little more things he can use. He can get away. Vance he isn't so predictable. Vance can't tell where exactly he might be. And there you go. There's a perfect opportunity to use exactly that. To port back up and get the big heavy damage while he's trying to run back to Whack. And Vance having no choice but to pop the rampage because he was going to eat a lot of damage trying to close that gap. Whack doing a good job, and now if only he can do that. Ooh, getting caught in a big stun and the whirlwind coming out from Vance, trying to keep the pressure. He's got the stealth up. Now I'm hoping Whack can try to do that more towards the end. Around 15 seconds, 20 seconds to the map mechanic is when you want to put the heavy pressure. So this way, when the map mechanic does hit, he's already low, he can't regain up, and you already start off on a good footing like he did in the last match. Vance was about 65, he was topped up all the way to the top. Here we go. He's trying to keep the pressure. He's got to be careful here. He's in big danger. Sitting toe-to-toe with Vans. Even though Vans and him are at the same health, that does not reflect in any way whatsoever the outcome of them standing toe-to-toe. Whack trying to get some pressure. He's trying to get away now. He's got a kite. Vans trying to stay at the top. Whack doing a good job. Vance knowing he doesn't have a port and he's not too far, so he's just trying to auto-cleave in around that stealth area. He did get 1 or 2 good licks on him. We got 15 seconds. This is where I was trying to tell you. This is where he wants to put the heavy pressure down, trying to keep him down, trying to get that damage so he doesn't come into the map mechanic with full health. And if he can't, I would just try to mitigate him. If Vance sitting at the low ground right now, that's a bad idea. He's in stealth. Yo, dodged right through all that damage. He was able to get the whirlwind, but he only got the first little tail end of it. Oh, this is going to be epic right now. Oh, no. It doesn't look good for Whack. He's in big danger. He's trying to come in for the arcing slide, getting the big damage. Heavy pressure back on Vance. Vance is at 40. Whack's got some good distance, good port back. Oh, my God. Vance is really low. Out. He gets him in the stun. He's going to finish it. But this is not done yet. He can still kind of port away. Maybe use the map mechanic. Can he do it? No, that's it. We use Whack Cup takes the final. Vance takes the finals in a 3-1 victory. And once again, that's it for our 1v1, guys. Thank you so much. I'm probably going to do another 1v1 tomorrow around 11 p.m. It's later. I work, so I'm only going to come home later, but I want to do these every day. Thanks again for watching. If you really like the content, just click follow. I'd really appreciate it. I'm in the process of trying to get affiliate here, but they're bugging on me. So thank you so much for coming, guys. I'm going to do some unranked after this if you care to watch. If not, thank you so much. Oh, and the prize pool is going to be 150 Mystic Coins for the winner, and it's going to be 50 Mystic Coins for the second place. I just got to run to my bank to get that. Yes, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. Fat girl saves lives. I bet you just followed me just so I can say that on stream, you jerk. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. This is a great turnout, great tournament. I hope you appreciated all the content that I gave you and seeing these great battles. That was some top tier fighting right there that I saw. That was really, really, really good. Thank you for all the competitors coming out, all the donators, especially the donators, because I can't do this without gold because people like getting stuff when they win something. So I finally got a lot of good donators. It was 210 Mystic Coins donated. That's over 300. That's over 400 or 500 gold, I think, in Mystic Coins. That's all from donations, all from you guys. You guys are the fucking best. The community is great. Let's just try to make a good community. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
The speech. The speech, Mike. That was a good tournament, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. If there's, like I mentioned, guys, I'm new to streaming. I only started streaming about a week ago. So if there's anything you didn't like, or if there's any suggestions, like I saw over here, what about a giveaway? You know what I mean? I've seen other streamers do something where he does like dash inside the comment box or something of that sort, where you can open up a betting, anything like that. Let me know, and I'll do them, man. Anything you want to see, maybe some back graphs or anything of that sort, let me know. I'm always up to suggestions. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit that follow button if you liked the content. Check out my highlight videos. Those are the videos with all the 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s that I'm doing. I've used to do them a lot, and now I'm just starting to record them and stream them so everybody can see the content. So highlight videos if you want to see yourself, especially in those tourneys.
Can we erase my game?
Yeah.
Okay.
The top three, there's only top two. I do these every day, so it's only based on donations. So I like sometimes I don't get much. You know, I usually always put like, at least 100 gold of mine inside, and then that's what we start with. So I only like to give the 100 gold to the winner because it's not much, and you did all that work for what, 50 gold? I like to try to at least give 100. And if we get a big pool, then we start to split it out. But that's it for the 1v1, guys. Thank you so much. I'm probably going to do a little bit of just more relaxed, unranked streaming, listening to music and vibing. You're more than welcome to join us. I'm going to grab a couple guildies, and we're just going to do that. Thanks again for coming. What?
You see map chat?
So we have, this is how we get donators, guys. When they see this kind of work and they appreciate it, they're like, you know what, man, I really like what you're doing. I really like this whole scene and what you're creating. I really appreciate it. Here's some gold. And there's, I always give them a shout out whenever I can. Like Magic Boy is one of my great donators. Yami X is a great donator. Maya Hayoto donated for this one, 300 gold. And there's another one. There's a 2v2 and I'm in the midst of talking to a gentleman right now. He wants to donate for a 2v2, so I'm talking to him. I'm asking him whenever he wants to donate for the 2v2 is when I'll do the 2v2. So look out for that this week. So it looks like he wants to do it Friday or Thursday night. So Friday or Thursday night, guys, we're going to be doing a 2v2 tourney. So get ready for that. Talk to your partners. Start setting up. Start practicing. We're going to be doing these often. I'm doing these every week, and I stream them every week, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So you get to show off your skills. You get to show off what you're doing. So just start practicing those 2v2s and 3v3s, man, and hopefully we'll force ArenaNet's arm, and we'll start getting our own queues for ourselves, and we can actually rank this shit, and we can see it legit on the boards. Thanks for watching, guys.
Are you done streaming, or you say you're gonna stream some?
Yeah,
unranked?
I'm gonna stream some unranked. I'm gonna keep the stream going. I don't really care if I just always let it go live. You can stay in the channel with me, but whoever stays
No,
here,
you're not
guys, you
just
know it's just now we're just in relaxed mode, and I'm not casting, so we're just talking the shit, man. Oh, also, I'm gonna stop the tourney progress. I'm gonna put it in highlights so you guys can see the tourney right away in highlights. I'm gonna do that right now.
Jump in here and fight you, Mike.
How did you think of my casting?
I can't hear it, but
Ah,
I've been
damn
in
it.
here. Yeah, that's what I was in the other channel with Vans and Pike, but I mean, I just didn't want to come in here and bother you, and we were talking about some
Mm.
fights and so
You're you're one of the only people that I like to have in here. It's not an issue.
okay, well,
So feel free to come in at any time, man. Anytime you want, just hop in.
appreciate it, bro.
Hmm.
Do you want you hop in this blue team and get you some real quick?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just talking to a couple of the people here, and I got Adrian donating. Thank you so much, Adrian. My account name, I'm typing it to you right now, 1674, Bloodhound 1674 for donation. If don't send gold, guys, just send Mystic Coins. I'm capped on anything, so if you have any donation, Jasher TV. Michael, what does it feel like being the best player? I'm far from the best player in NA. All I'm trying to do is trying to bring everybody together. I'm just trying to make people understand that we do tourneys often. Win or lose, it doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter about your ego. Just come back to the next one, try harder, and let's fight again. You know, anybody
I
can
mean,
join.
I'm the best player in A, so I mean, he can't be.
And you saw me. I'm the streamer. I'm the guy who's doing all this, and you saw my ass get whooped by Vance. You know what I mean? It's
But and I will say this though, like that goes to show that the brackets are complete random because there's no way you would put yourself against fans first on purpose.
yeah. I would never do that. I would never do that.
That was bad. I kind of feel half bad that I was like, he was like, "Can I still get in?" I was like, "I'll go talk to him," and we squeezed him in at the last minute. So I kind of feel bad for everybody else, but at the same time, like, it's nice having a player of that caliber, like,
Really nice.
in the tournament.